All right, ladies and gentlemen, Zath, we are back finally after a long delay. It's the losers bracket final. KSM and ELSR. Talk to me about KSM.
So KSM has with them Asheron and a Harugumo. That's a full 420 Blaze It Harugumo with Yamamoto as the captain instead of Renzo Suzuki. So buffed preventative maintenance instead of buffed survivability. Interesting choice. We got a utility build Daring with Dunkirk. Ganser is in a Marceau with Honore. Malakin is in another is in a Minotaur with Dunkirk in the helm. Henri 4, that's Moko with a Abanyu for the survivability expert. Oh, and he spec'd into IFHE. Very interesting decision.
That is curious.
Yep.
That'll make him an actual threat to that Moskva deck armor. I'll be curious to see how that plays out.
Exactly why he's doing it. Same thing with WH Knight.
Same thing with WH Knight.
All right, and we got Jinshi with a Moskva unique upgrade, top grade gunner, and then Red in that Conquer. We saw him play that a few times before, and then finally John the Impaler in a somewhat secondary-ish Ohio.
He's built for secondary range, but not manual secondary. So that's interesting.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So
All right.
To the south.
South spawn in the red. ELSR trying to get back to the top of the bracket again. Professor Luger's Marceau speeding away to A should easily be able to get in there and pick that up. Fairly standard build, although he's running Fearless Brawler. Clearly spending, not afraid to be spending a little more time firing his guns than we saw him in the unique Kleber in the last series. Yep. Triarch's Daring headed towards mid, fairly typical build there. Double Marceaus go into Delta, Ayase, gun range and RPF. Quincy, gun range and Fearless Brawler. So they've got at least one RPF with that pair. Backed up on this side of the map by Rin's Moskva, unique upgrade, top grade gunner. And all the way in the back here, just like we saw before, Apex's Schlieffen, full secondary build, able to push or kite as necessary. Hanging back toward mid, Hinanawe's Moskva, again, very similar to his Moskva friend on his starboard side, unique upgrade and top grade gunner. Headed towards A, backing up Professor Luger, we have Perseus's Ohio, kind of hanging a little more towards mid here at the moment. Very much a survivability build with the quick scope turrets. And then our third Moskva, over here on the left, that's Nanase. Also unique upgrade, but he's running RPF instead of top grade gunner.
Makes sense if you're going to put the Moskva on the end of the picket line. Yep.
So there we go.
Captain Caesar had some really good rolls on his torpedo tubes, despite not having main armaments mod 1 in slot 1.
Look at C already, Zath. The ELSR Marceaus did not go through the D cap. They pushed up the 7 line, skirted the edge of the cap, and got close enough to spot Ganser and cut half of his health away, and they're still pushing. Ganser's trying to sneak back in and get some island cover.
Yep. Makes perfect sense.
Yep.
Now the key is they need, if they want to kill Ganser, they're going to have to do it before the Henris get their guns into play. Now that Quincy sees Moko,
I'm not convinced that they're going to be able to. I think what they're trying to do is they're trying to flush Ganser out to the north. See the torpedoes going in. I thought Ayase's turning around might be like, hey, Ayase's going to go back and climb into this cap, but no. There's a little info radar now. They've got eyes on Ayase, but not Quincy.
Which is a big one. They needed to know if Ayase's coming around the south end to try to kill Ganser. That's what those torpedoes were to do, push them forward.
Yep. And I think that was one of the reasons that they asked for the info radar. It's also going to give them an opportunity to shave, due to Ayase, what they did to poor Ganser. 5 more seconds of radar, more Henri shells falling in. Ayase may not survive.
Gonna be close.
It's gonna be very, very, very close. Still burning, more shells coming in.
Nope.
He doesn't. A big, big first kill for KSM. That's got to feel really good to pull one of those ELSR French destroyers off the board.
After what I'm sure they were watching, what happened?
Sure they were.
in the previous match, I'm sure they're feeling really good now.
Well, despite the early ship loss, ELSR is up on caps. They're going to grab D. They already grabbed B. They've already grabbed A. So they do have a points lead.
Now KSM is able to kind of force ELSR to play their game. And they can set up and do the kiting stuff as Perseus moves forward and Red takes a big hit.
Red just sitting broadside in front of an Ohio, gets absolutely dunked for about half his health pool, about a 40,000 point hit.
It'll grow back.
I mean, Conqueror can heal back some of the Citadel damage, but good lord, you shouldn't throw it out there and just be pretend like it doesn't hurt. It absolutely hurts.
Red did this before. Remember, he did that game return in front of
Yes.
all the ships on Hotspot in game 1 and 2.
I remember.
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
The LSR pushing hard on the A flank. KSM trying to retreat, trying to pull their Conqueror back, see if they can get him to keep him on the board longer than one heal this time. They couldn't do it last game. Problem is, he needs to turn due north, and even then, the Moskva radar will be able to pick him up if they want. Yep, there's the radar. As soon as he goes dark, he gets radared. They're going to keep focusing him out. Big HE salvo going in on Anase. Hurts a little bit.
Yeah, but Red is probably not going to make it.
Yeah. The trick with the Conqueror, and ELSR knows this, right? The trick with the Conqueror is if you let it live, it's like a cockroach. It just never goes away.
Yep.
And so given the opportunity to put the cockroach off a board, they absolutely take it.
Yeah, I mean, the same thing for St. Vincent, right? You just don't want to let him get the heal off. Here comes AP on the Minotaur. Ooh. Nice hit there.
Yep. About half the HP disappearing. Akarona's next smoke going up. Trying to keep Malakin in the game.
Hey, friend, get over here. I'm helping you.
The answer is radared at D. It will do absolutely no good for them. It's information, but nothing else. They won't be able to shoot him. Both the Henri's pushing down the 10 line, trying to punch out Captain Caesar, but that engagement's about to go badly. Possibly. Knight takes 25k through the bow.
Not a problem.
He'll just shrug it off. No big deal.
A flesh wound.
'Tis but a flesh wound.
I'm surprised.
Apex.
There he goes. I'm surprised
The
he's
Apex
letting...
trying to tuck up in this island.
I don't understand this decision because he's allowing the Henri to get an angle on him with his AP. And you can see what's happening to him as a result.
Yep. Well,
Oh, he doesn't want to come out in front of John the Impaler's guns. Okay, I understand now.
that's reasonable, although I think John's going to keep pushing. The secondaries alone are chewing up the Henri right now. They're going to kill Apex and then move on. It's just a question of what happens next.
On gets the kill.
So again, it's a ship lead for KSM. Down on health, but not catastrophically. Only, a couple, what is that, about 20,000 HP or so.
Luger just got
Having
smacked all the way on the other side. Again, must be Minotaur broadside to him.
Oh, they're going to get Luger right here, I think. It's only going to take a couple of shells.
Running for the border.
He's on the border. The border slide is throwing off the game a little bit.
Engines broke, 4 HP. 0.
4 HP, they do get him.
I love when
So
he
now it's
dies that the border lets him go. Go ahead.
Yeah,
now.
I know, right? So now it's a two ship lead for KSM.
Might be a 3 soon, and Nase's gonna take torpedoes and die.
Ooh, it's a 3 ship lead for KSM. Well executed by the Minotaur Harugumo pair over here north of A.
I get the feeling KSM had some really good discussions during this past hour.
Whatever
or
they
so.
did in the locker room, Zath, it's really worked. These guys
Right?
look way better than they did in the series against Resin.
Exactly.
Big salvo, cross salvo coming in from John on Perseus' broadside. Is he going to get anything out of it? Not particularly, no.
Percy, of course, looking at Jinshi's Moskva. I completely get him out of the board. It was dark.
Jinsi able to crawl back behind an island and grab some cover. And so now we've got kind of a line of red ships here through the middle of the board trying to hold on to A and B, while the line of green ships extends all the way up into A1 of all places. They just have more pieces on the board. Malakin's Minotaur trying to turn and head back down the 1 line. Feels a little bold.
Sense.
No, I like it, but man, it's a risk. If he gets caught out at any point, that Moskva can turn him into Swiss cheese.
Right, but I mean, Moskva can't hide in stealth radar, so
Yeah.
Malakin basically just has to, do a dumb thing.
Triarch going out in the middle of the board.
I think they've
Caught by
decided it's
Jinsi's-
over. They're just going.
Yeah, I think so. Caught by Jinsi's radar. Quincy's still out there getting radared as well, taking some hits. More Ohio salvos going in on Perseus. Still nothing really amazing.
Watching Quincy in the gun duel with the Marceau. Wild. Another one of those very strong ships that you can pick up in the armory for free. And look,
Well,
they
you
both
say
died.
free, but you got to put a lot of time into earn the, what is it? It's coal. Marceau's coal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not a joke. Like, you got to put some time in to earn that much coal.
On the Impaler,
Pretty much all
about to...
everybody-
Oh!
He missed the bow turrets, but got the stern ones on.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Now it's the Moskva's AP turn. But Henri says no.
I want the kill.
Wow. KSM's going to grab game 1, Zath.
Yes.
If you had asked me to put money on this, I would 100% not have bet this result. Not after what we
Nope.
saw earlier.
Nope. Well, Perseus is going to take a torp and will die, and that will do it.
That should be the game. Yep, seconds away here. KSM looking really good here in game 1 on Land of Fire. I mean, this was their map. They picked it, so kudos to them.
Yep. They had a plan.
Well, that was not how I expected that game to go, but kudos to KSM for defying my expectations, because they looked amazingly good that game.
Are we
There's-
sure
there's
this
probably-
is the same team?
Yeah, I know, right? There's also probably something to be said, maybe a little bit kind of like, we watched how strong a team ELSR was on this map when they had access to Kleber. But is taking Kleber away that crippling? It shouldn't be, and yet it maybe felt a little like it was.
And what's interesting, I mean, ELSR's lineup is far more mixed than we've seen it with the Klebers. I almost
True.
wonder if they would have brought 4 or 5 Marceaus, could they have still used that special sauce, and make something happen out of it? I don't know, cook something up. We'll have to see as we have our up to 5-minute break in between our games.
Yep, we've only got a few minutes here. We've got to. I'll wait for things to come around and get an ad roll shoved out the door when the time comes, so we don't miss that. But yep, on to game 2 shortly as we head to North, a map we keep seeing a lot of today.
It's an okay map. I get kind of bored with it at time, but it is what it is.
I think this is the most chosen map. I don't think it's the most played map.
Yep. I'm gonna run to the bathroom for a minute and refill my water before I
Go.
forget.
I got this. I got you.
Go.
Yep, no worries. You're good. You carried the freight a little while ago when I needed to step away before I had a little rage meltdown. You're good. It's good to have games again, right? It's much more fun to actually be doing something. Kudos to Zath though for filling something into that dead time that we had. I think one of my frustrations with that was if I'd known I was going to have that time to fill the stuff that we did before the stream, I would have plugged it in there, right? it would have been really fun to go back and have a couple of, old games to grab up and say, hey, let's play these and talk through these. And now that we've done it, I'm thinking that maybe what I think I'll do in the future is keep a slate of possible games like that around. And maybe what we should do is just kind of keep them in reserve for when we've got, 15, 20, 30-minute breaks. Something's going wrong. We got to kill time. We can put one of those up, and it'll be a little more interesting than watching us just jibber jabber for a spell. I'll have to think through that before we do another King of the Sea or do the internationals in the fall, later in the fall. Internationals, by the way, incidentally, are set for the 2nd and 3rd weekend of November. If you guys are not aware of those dates, I believe it's I got to look and count. I think it's like the 9th and the 10th of November and then the 16th. It's currently set for a 3-day event. I do not believe I've seen a rule set. Yeah, 9th, 10th, and 16th of November will be internationals. I have not seen a rule set. I have not seen what the format is going to be in terms of how they're going to structure it all together. So keep your eyes open for that, and we'll get some more info to you guys once we have it. Okay, we are now dropping. They did not spend much time in the training room. We were supposed to be readied up in about another 60 seconds, and now we're going. So, Zath, hope you can hear me. You got about 30 seconds, bud.
I was listening.
The 5-minute break is a little brutal in that regard.
Literally just ran up the stairs.
I believe you. I believe you. All right, so let's hit that button. I'm going to come into here, and I'll take us in, give you a sec to get settled.
Thank you.
All right, guys, welcome back to Game 2. It's the losers bracket final here in the King of the Sea 17 North American tournament. We are back here on North looking at ELSR in the green. We've got a 4-destroyer lineup, triple Marceau. That would be Professor Luga, Fearless Brawler RPF, Quincy's Marceau is range and Fearless Brawler, Triarch's Marceau is Fearless Brawler and RPF. So a little bit of mix there across the Marceaus. Rounding things out, Ayase and a Habarovsk also running range on the captain skills. Backing them up, Nanase's Venezia. Unique upgrade Venezia Zath with range and concealment, of course.
Well, it's about time.
Hanawe's Moskva, again with unique upgrade and top grade gunner. And then Rin's Salem had a very short but violent game earlier at the Charlie Cap on this map. Top grade gunner and concealment as well, kind of as you'd expect. All the way at the back, 2 battleships. Apex is St. Vincent, doing what we saw him do earlier, headed over towards the 10 line. And then Perseus is Ruggiero de Loria, very much a survivability build, a little bit of stealth, a little bit of swift and silence there, or brisk, or whatever they call it now, and so on. Talk to me about KSM's lineup, Sath, here in the red.
All right, and then I want to revisit that Venezia unique upgrade. All right, let's go look at KSM. We got Paranoid Era and a Gearing, your typical COTS build with, doesn't really matter who the captain is. Asherona and a Daring with Dunkirk, utility build. Malik and Dunkirk, utility build. Minotaur, of course. Red, once again, I gotta wonder with how many times we've seen him smashed. Give this man some armor.
Wonder, don't you? Yeah, you have to wonder how long this is going to hold.
Put him in a curve burst, for God's sakes, or something. Anyway, Jinshi, and that's no offense to the player, it's just after a while you look at how it's working, and it's like, okay, this isn't working, let's change it up somehow. Anyway, Jinshi in a Haulu with a full Dutch oven build, including the special Dutch commander with buffed focus, whatever anti-air thing it is, as well as demolition expert. And unique upgrade, we've got John the Impaler in a Kremlin. He loves that boat, and that is Zemensky, it looks like. We got Henri, double Henri. One with Abanu, one with Honore, probably so they can separate out and figure out who's shooting what shells, because one set of shells will be blue, the other one will be the standard tracer. And then Ganser in a Marceau, already in the E-cap with Honore as well. Whew, I think I got them all.
You did indeed. Is Acarona's Daring getting radared here broadside in front of God and everybody. Loria shells coming in, Moskva shells coming in. Quincy just dunking him. Acarona will not survive this radar. I can't imagine.
That's it. Goodbye.
And there it is. Yep.
They get the cap and they get the kill.
Big early kill and cap for ELSR. They're up a ship already, ticking up 2 caps. You took away their Kleber's, Zath, and so they changed tactics. Now they took Marceau's, but they spread them out.
Yep.
One of the things that I love about watching the more advanced teams in this game, Zath, is watching how they, having literally played this map like an hour and a half ago, they used one strat, and now here, or like an hour ago, whatever it was, and now they're playing the same map with a completely different lineup and strategy. And I love it.
Absolutely. I'm loving it too. And I think it's ELSR's way of saying we can bend, we won't break. You can take away our toys, but we have more toys. You know,
exactly.
Like, whatever.
Exactly. Well, ELSR.
Sorry, I'll say it later.
I was going to say ELSR just 100% in control of this match right now. Up a ship, up a cap, taking up points faster.
I love Rin's position in the Salem. Look at him where he is right now. He's the trapdoor Salem. He's going to sit there, and they're not going to know he's there, and he's going to swing down, possibly after KSM has moved past, or he'll just sit there and slow them down. Either way, he is there to hold the door with Triarch. They are Hodor right there, folks.
Notably, they've caught Luger over here on the 1 line briefly, so they now know he was over there. They were definitely getting some flanking in. Luger was being highly aggressive. I'm wondering, I think they have to suspect these Henris are moving up the 10 line, and they're going to turn south here in a moment. Ooh, good sits there from the St. Vincent on Moko. I'm wondering if once the turn occurs, that's when they'll spring the trap with Rin.
Well, Rin's detected now, so the trap is over.
Okay. Big Quirmelin salvo going in on Captain Caesar. He felt that, about 15 or 16,000 points of damage.
It'll buff out.
Yeah, no problem. Her Majesty's Royal Armory will take care of it, surely, right?
Mm-hmm.
Red had AP in the barrel looking for the Venezia, but he's going to come up short. Venezia pulls the handbrake.
Captain Caesar forced to back off now. I mean, he's healing. Nice hit on Ganser.
And so now Rin's existence here prevents Moko from making the turn and heading east. Sorry, heading west.
Venezia's unique upgrade: 1 extra smoke, and you get more. You get quicker reload of your fuel smoke. I like to call it deep water smoke, and it's in place of concealment upgrade. So you're giving up your concealment, of course, but you're gaining the flexibility of an additional smoke, and you can use it more frequently.
So now Malakin very much in a bit of a pickle here, getting pushed from astern by a 20-inch armed battleship, or 18, excuse me, with the SAP. This could be bad.
Nope.
No, not as bad.
Nope.
And the Venezia. Luger going bow in, knowing that will negate a fair amount of Minotaur's damage. Certainly not all of it.
Perseus, like flat broadside to all 4 of these dwarves. Look at this.
Yeah, Minotaur's out. He burned through his heal already. He's on 3 fires. He's out.
Yep.
Just like that, it's a 2-ship lead for ELSR as they're stepping on. Yep, they're well into B now. They took these Henris up the 9 line, Zath. One of them's about to die. Moko's going to go out here in a minute.
Yeah, but Luger took a torpedo and is about to die as well. And there he goes.
Yeah, but that's not going to make a huge difference in this game, in my opinion.
No. Take a look at the middle. We've got the Howden Lu trying to come in and do something with the St. Vincent and the Moskva.
No. This game, if this game goes all the way to the 10-minute mark, I'll be shocked. We're 7 minutes. We're 6 minutes in, 7 minutes in, and it's largely done.
We were looking at the stats, Raptor, and we did note that this was the shortest average map time.
Yep.
Right. So
this is the fastest playing map in the event. Partly, I think the 5 caps has a lot to do with it. I don't know if they, I don't know how much change they have or haven't made to the cap timers in terms of how quickly they tick up. But certainly with five capture areas on the board, that should make the game play fairly quickly.
Rin's been given permission to move a little bit closer.
Jinsey just got
Conqueror.
dunked.
Yeah, but so did Red's Conqueror, but he's healing. They're both healing.
Yep.
30 seconds to go.
Jinsey weathering that salvo okay. There goes the
Bye,
Conqueror, and there goes the game. Well, that's like an 8-minute game.
Red, you've died enough times. It's time to get a screenshot of you dying.
Well, Zath, we're gonna get something. We're gonna get something new today. We're gonna get
Woo!
a game free.
You know how much
get a
we
game
love
free.
that.
Yeah, I'm a fan.
I almost want to be cheeky and go into the channels. Any game 3s available?
I jackass. Oh my goodness. All right, well, we're headed to Warrior's Path, a map that pretty much hasn't changed over the entire life of the tournament. But yeah, let me set this up here. I need that button. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I'm all set.
And by the way, I do love your idea of having a folder full of videos that we can just kind of pull up and stuff. Yeah, if you want to organize that and just send me the links, and I can always try to see if I've got some that I can share from my perspective too, because that could be fun.
Absolutely, please do. And so next time we do any kind of tournament like this, like Warship Masters, certainly King of the Sea, but like if we do a WMI again, maybe internationals. Yeah, we'll definitely get something set for internationals. Internationals. I have the dates. I think there's something else going on in November that may overlap that for me. I don't know yet. I plan to cast it if I'm here. So hopefully I am here.
All right. Raptor, I need a decision from you. Quick one.
Oh, crap. I get nervous when you say stuff like that.
I need to know peanut butter chocolate, lemon coconut, or dark chocolate sea salt.
Peanut butter and chocolate is always the answer, isn't it?
Right. That's my favorite.
What was the middle one? Lemon and what?
Lemon coconut.
Oh God, no! I despise coconut. Yuck.
It's okay.
Yuck. No.
It's Simply Protein. Costco. So.
Ugh, coconut.
The way things have been going, I only have time to take 2 bites before we get started. So you know.
I know, correct? Yeah. Like ELSR is here, ready to go. Like the game is 60 seconds over, and they're like, "Let's go. Next one, we're ready." Can you guys hurry this along, please? Oh, man. Well, this will be our last game in the losers bracket, ladies and gentlemen. After this, we have one more best of 5 before we wrap the whole thing up. That one could go all 5 games. It could be a 3-0. We don't know. So you have a minimum right now of 4 more games to sit through. Plus, we're going to have to do, when this series ends, there's going to have to be at least a little bit of prep and voting and map pick ban, blah, 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 before the next series. So when this game's over, we'll probably have at a minimum about a 10 to 15 minute kind of interval, probably more like 20 depending, and then we'll be on into the grand finals, which could go fairly quickly or could not. You just never know. I believe, per the rules set, I say best of 5. It's really a best of 4 because if I remember correctly, per the rules, yes, the victor of the winners brackets final gets an automatic advantage of a 1-game win in the grand final. So RESIN's going to come in up 1-0 against whoever they face, and we literally just dropped. It took us an hour to get to this point, and then these guys are like, spending 3 minutes between games? Unacceptable. I don't know what else to do but laugh. If I wasn't laughing, I'd be crying, I think.
You've all heard of hurry up and wait. Now we bring you wait and hurry up.
Wait, then hurry up. Madre de Dios. All right, Zath. Do you want? Have you done chewing? You need me to take us in here?
I'm good.
Okay.
I think we'll find out. No.
Hold on a minute. I hit the wrong button. There we go. All right. All right,
Hold
ladies and
the
gentlemen,
lever,
here we go. Here we go. Last game of the day in the losers bracket. We're looking at KSM here in green on the north side of Warriors Path, fielding Akarona's gearing. Fairly typical build. Heavy torpedo, heavy stealth, using unique upgrade. Paranoid Era's Marceau, Dazzle, and RPF. Gangster's Marceau, RPF, and gun range. A 4 cruiser lineup here for KSM. Malakin's Des Moines, unique upgrade and top grade gunner. Moko's Henri, again with the IFHE. WH Knight's Henri, also with IFHE. And Jinsi's Moskva build we've been seeing him run up to this point. Unique upgrade and top grade gunner. Zath, Red has not listened to your advice.
No.
Have you noticed? He remains in a quote unquote survivability build conqueror, although he has not yet survived a game. And then we have John the Impaler's Ohio, again with the gun, the secondary range, but not manual secondaries. So he's kind of gone for just inaccurate secondaries, maximum range, basically, I think. Talk to me about ELSR, Zath. What do we got cooking on the south end?
Okay, on the south end, ELSR running Ayase Aisa in a Habrask. We saw that before. Quincy and Marceau with Jean-Jacques Honoré. Nanase and a Venezia with unique upgrade, doing the thing. HMS Perseus in a Loria. Same build as we've seen. Apex Caesar in Ohio. American Captain, American stuff. Triarch in a Marceau with Abanu, so buffed survivability expert. Moskva, that's Rin, taking position in the traditional Moskva Island, but so probably going to get farmed out, we'll see. Luger in a non-smoke build Argumo. He just wants to go gun with everything. And then Hinanawi Tenchi in a Cerberus. First time we've seen ELSR, they got a Cerberus.
Not the first Cerberus we've seen, though.
Right.
Interesting. Now, Zath, we did not last game get to have your conversation about Venezia's unique upgrade.
We did
briefly. You did mention it. That's true. It was it's the extra charge of the smoke, and then what is the penalty?
The penalty is you drop concealment module for it.
It's right. That's right. You're more detectable. Okay.
Extra smoke and it reloads quicker, but at the punishment of you don't have your concealment module.
Right.
The reason I'm bringing it up is we've seen some teams run like double Venezia before with unique upgrades, so they can chain smoke each other someplace. So anyway, that's why I was bringing it up.
Speedy destroyers work at B, work at A. ELSR already ticking up points here. Quincy and Ayase showing no chill, driving straight up the 2 line here in the A cap. Now finally turning.
They know. This is it. Don't get scared now.
Well, Ayase turning outside of the radar range, still getting spotted. Quincy was actually under the radar. I'm not sure how they got eyes on Ayase, but here we are.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure either. Maybe took a shot at Des Moines. That's the only thing I could think of because it was spotted.
Could be. Does Triarch have RPF? Let's have a peek. Yes, that explains a lot. Okay.
We usually haven't seen these guys move any place in a pair without one person having radiolocation. Yeah, I see Perseus
is about to not enjoy his life.
I see that.
Is he gonna take just one? Just one. That's not as bad as it could have been.
Yeah. Does force out the DCP though. Unfortunate.
Does. And gearing torps are not a joke, right? They hurt.
Nope, they are definitely not. Yep. Well, now he's just gonna chill over here. Makes sense.
I mean, these guys, he and Luger obviously set up to receive here.
Yeah.
As the Henris come speeding down the 10 line with their speed boosts ticking. Ganser's going to take his Marceau through mid, it looks like. At least go try and contest B.
I mean, they have to kind of contest someplace. So
Malakin's Des Moines actually got spotted through smoke right there. Quincy was close enough that the smoke firing penalty was enough.
Triarch took a Marceau torp over at B as he's turning into B. That's really bad if he gets detected right now.
He does get detected.
Mm-hmm. So we know. Yeah.
Paranoid has a little help, though. Ayase's Habarovska's rotated in that direction, so Triarch not alone. In fact, Triarch Dark, Triarch opting not to fire right there.
Smart, but he's on fire now. That's a sticky fire. Okay, he just goes out of the gun bloom range.
He hadn't used his DCP. He'll be able to put that out. Oh, no, he hasn't. There we go. Now he finally did.
He used his DCP because he took the torp, and then he was detected. There was a sticky fire, but he was just outside the extra bloom range from the fire.
Yep.
So he only got shot at for a couple seconds more, and that's it.
A whole bunch of KSM firepower now in this channel between B and C. Look at the Ohio double Marceau positioning. Ayase is about to wander into this, and I don't think he knows that any of that is there. You can see the Ohio now. You can see one of the. Yep, you can see it all. Now I think he realizes the depth of his problem as his health starts to evaporate.
Heal ticking away. That'll help a little bit, but look at Triarch. Even though he's so low on hit points, he's found that nice little spot where he can shoot for free.
He's got a beautiful island he can camp behind and at least contribute to this fight. He's not making tremendous inroads in the sense of the damage is kind of largely being shrugged off, but he is trying.
Meanwhile, what's going on the other side?
ELSR, it's about a 230-point lead here. 6.5 minutes gone in this decisive game 3. What happened to WH? Goodness.
Just looking over that way. Clearly,
did he get dunked
something
by the Ohio or something?
That would be my guess, looking at the plane and everything in his position.
Yeah, I think it's possible.
Captain Caesar reversing to try to get a shot on John the Impaler. Here it comes. Barely clears the island. Oh, good hit. That was a Citadel.
Solid shot. Jinsee's now puts his radar up between B and C, wants to get a look around, catching a glimpse of Apex and Rin. Not able to catch anybody else with that radar.
Nope.
The enemy is about to win.
As now the double Marceaus begin to cap at B, the torpedoes come in.
I'll take a look at the timer. 6 minutes.
Yeah.
For an ELSR win.
They're
Could be sooner if Ganser takes a torp.
Ganser is going to take a torp.
Oh, right up the butt.
Right up the stern. About half his remaining HP disappearing. They're blind firing in there trying to reset Paranoid. Ayase is.
Yeah. Smart.
Not coming up with anything, though.
Nope.
And now Ayase drawing some fire from the north.
Red's still looking pretty healthy in his Conqueror.
That is a refreshing change of pace, Saf.
Gotta do a well-being check on him every now and then.
I think this might be the longest he's survived any one of these games.
Right? Impressive.
250-point lead for ELSR, but things are starting to shrink on them a little bit. Just because they have given up the cap advantage to KSM.
Luger now trying to, I guess, just draw some fire. And Cerberus detected as a smoke veil. Not for 23 seconds. This feels concerning.
No, there's not a battleship on that flank that's got a shot at Cerberus, though.
Are you sure? What's John looking at?
John's guns are looking the other way.
Yes, they are. Interesting.
Once you put a battleship as far forward as John is, you pretty much lock yourself out from firing to the eastern half of the map.
True. He might have a shot on Inanawi. Hard to tell. I think his guns would clear the island.
So now we've got an info radar from Rin showing them that Ganser and Paranoid have both backed off of the B cap. Quincy now slowly, inexorably reversing in. Going to try and pick this up for his team.
Very important cap for ELSR right now.
Yep. Grabbing, regrabbing control and holding on to this cap would definitely keep KSM on the back foot.
Mm-hmm.
Radar from Jinsey, again, not catching Quincy.
Nope.
So they know what half of the cap he's on, but they can't do anything about it.
Line fire going in now on where they think Quincy's going to be.
Yep, they're just
very
picking
close.
they're just picking a spot and hoping they get lucky. 2, 1, and no.
Enemy is about to win.
Huge
So,
cap.
B cap flips back, and now 90 seconds on the game timer. KSM's got to make a play.
Yep.
I don't think they've got a good shot at a kill, Zath. They're going to have to make a concerted push somewhere and force something to happen.
At this point, I'm usually looking, all right, are there any torpedoes in the water? Any chance that someone from ELSR will take a torpedo? No. Triarch, though, there's the radar from Malikan's Des Moines. He's got to book it. He goes.
Yeah, he gets glimpsed briefly. They know where he is, but he's outside the radar range now.
Yeah.
They can't spot him anymore.
Very good positioning by Triarch there to just say,
WH Knights, Henri in the back, low, healing. Moskva shells falling in. He survives the salvo.
I see it
But
now.
goodness gracious, that is a risk. He's in a gunfight on 6,000 HP. Here comes an
Less.
SAP salvo from the Ruggiero.
Nothing.
Yeah, I'm not sure you can risk him shooting at this point.
Well,
200 hit points. No
I mean,
more
you're losing
heals.
20
That's it.
you lose in 25 seconds. You might
you
as
got-
well.
You might as well make something happen,
Might as well try to fly, falling down a mountain.
and that's the game.
What a...
That's one of those games I actually want to go back and watch the replay and try to find out what happened tonight. I am genuinely curious.
Well, you're in luck. We're going to have some time.
We probably are. We probably are.
All right.
ELSR comes in with the reverse sweep, ladies and gentlemen. They're going back to the grand finals.
Here we go. There's your winner screen. Well fought to KSM. I got to say, they looked a lot stronger this
They
time
looked
around.
much better this series. Concur.
All right. So, it's going to take a
wait.
bit for them to...
I'm trying to remember if we're staying here or if we've got to change rooms. I'll just stay here for the moment, just because I
Please
don't
do.
actually know.
Yep. And of course, if I'm going to be doing the same thing as last time, I need
Yes,
to...
stay here. Stay here.
You want me to stay there?
No, stay in this room. Mr.
Why?
Sock is also running the finals, so there you
Yeah, I
go.
know.
He just changed the room title. Okay.
Right, but if I'm going to be loading up the replays and stuff like that,
Oh yeah, we'll figure all that out.
I have to leave the training room.